actual proper pickups video, not car boot related or charity shop related. There's so much stuff around me. We could be here all night. I'm not even joking. I'm finding it really hard to get around to doing like stuff like videos and stuff. Owning a house is actually quite a challenge. And Amanda's always making me do stuff, which is unacceptable. But I finally got some free time, a little bit, so hopefully I can bust through all these, you know, and then I can actually put them on the shelf. And, you know, I've got a gin and tonic, drink of the day, and just in case, I've got a piston head, full amber. So I hope everyone's well. I mean, a lot of people put a video up every week, so obviously I don't do that. I mean, when I used to live with my parents, it was pretty easy. Get home from work, do nothing all night. So, you know, and I need to lose some weight as well. Turns out when you're in a house, you just eat shit all the time. But when you live with your parents, they actually cook you a proper meal with vegetables and fruit. But anyway, what have we been up to? Well, the games room is actually slowly coming on. Like I say, I don't have much time, so I've just been chipping away at sort of half an hour every night, just moving stuff around. The cupboard, which I'm not sure if people know, have seen it. I don't want to show too much because the stuff which I bought, which I don't want to show yet. But there's a cupboard there, and it used to be that used to be the entrance into this room, but they sort of turned it into a cupboard and then put a new door in. That had all my like game show stuff in and stuff like just boxes and stuff. That's all in the garage now, so hopefully it doesn't get damp. It's all in plastic tubs, so it should be okay. But the plan is eventually, because I'm definitely not going to have enough room, is to remove the cupboard, because it's not a proper cupboard. It's just someone's made it a bit of plasterboard and looks like an old wardrobe door, which they just slapped on there. So it'll be easy to just remove it and then put more shelving in there, like a little cubby hole with shelves and stuff. Maybe. I'm sweating already. This room is incredibly locks in the heat, locks in the flavour, you could say. But anyway, I've got lots of stuff to show. I've had to remove some of the stuff and put it separate to hopefully do them separate videos. I've got a stack down there of like super rare, limited run, what's the other one? Signature edition. Oh, there's so many now. And most of that's to blame on a chap called Dylan. It's his fault. You know who you are. He persuaded me. Well, he didn't. He just convinced me that limited run weren't as bad as they were. And now next year, I've bought tons of limited run stuff. So, it's his fault. It's all blame him. So, the first thing I want to get out of the way is this, because it's ridiculously large. That's my stomach. But I bought some Lego, and we all know that Lego is retardedly expensive. So I normally wait till there's something free, which they give away with it, or there's an offer going on. And they do double points and stuff. And I'm always really picky about the sets I buy, because I find a lot of the the superhero stuff very generic, and I don't think the sets are designed very well. A bit lazy, you could say. So I'm very picky. I like a lot of there's a series called Ideas. I believe they're people make them and then they show their idea to Lego, and then they sort of do like a voting thing, and some of them get through. They're quite good. Like I say, only buy top cashback as well. They do, I think it's like 6% back, and when you're buying a Lego set for over 100 quid, it's just a little extra back. So, but the first one I bought was this one. I know everyone's probably thinking Lego. I'm not interested in Lego. I'm in for games. But I thought I'd quickly show these, because there might be some people who like this. So, like I said, quite particular about the sets. But bought this one. I think it was $69.99. I want to say $69.99. But I think it looks fantastic. So I've not opened it yet, obviously, because I don't have any time to make these things. But it is Lego 21313 ideas, ship in a bottle. They have it. And I just think it's such an awesome set. Turn the autofocus off because after the last video it was a disaster. But yeah, so that's pretty cool, I think. It's quite small actually. When I bought it, you expect like a big box, but it's quite small. But when you spend 50 quid, you get a free. I want to say it's a Ford Mustang, like little one of these little Speed Champion sets, and I'll probably just sell that on, even if I get a tenner back for it. I think it was double cash back or double points or something like that. But yeah, so that's an awesome set. But the main one, and this is probably my favourite set, I'm not built it yet, so maybe when I'm building it, I'm sort of changing my mind, but I don't think I will. And it's a TV show which is on. Well, it's just been put on Netflix, so I've probably spoiled it there. But yeah, it's ginormous. This says that I'm gonna have to stand up for it. It is the Stranger Things set. It's not even gonna fit in the camera. It's so big. And if you've not seen this design, it's obviously you've got like the house there, but then you've got obviously like the other side. And it sort of rests on these trees, and you can flip it back and forth. I'm sure everyone's seen it. Yeah. You get all the cool, quite a lot of minifigs. Let down now. But yeah, so the price will probably put most people off. I believe it was $179.99, which is not cheap. I find the thing with Lego is every year they seem to make, especially sets like this, quite unique sets with a lot of unique pieces, you could say. They get really high prices. I believe there's a Jurassic Park one on there now. It's £220. And it's pretty cool. I like Jurassic Park, but I was like, not £200 worth of Lego. But obviously I wasn't just going to buy that without so I got my cash back, which was about over a tenner back. I got this. I didn't even know why that was in there. It's like an art print of the Avengers. It's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not going to do anything with it. And then also I got a free. It's like a fairground ride one thrown in. Again, I think it was spent 80 quid or something, you get a free one of them. So that's quite cool. But yeah, I can't wait to build that set. Like I said, I had not the foggiest when I'm going to be able to do that. I don't really have anywhere to even build Lego, especially not in this room, so that is not an option. Anyway, off the subject of Lego. Right, what to show next? We'll do that. So, you've probably seen 100 videos on Doncaster. So, went Doncaster, had a stall. It was too hot. Everyone's probably said that already. So, I believe people were just going in, grabbing something, and then getting the hell out. It's too hot, like this room. That's a good gin tonic. Okay, yeah. So anyway, yeah, too hot. And that affected people buying stuff. And I made some money. And obviously, I'm going to put that back into the collection at some point. But yeah, slightly disappointed. I can't really complain though. Money is money at the end of the day. But met loads of fantastic people, and I'm probably going to forget people. So I'll try and remember everyone. Glory Hunter, Scott, and his partner Jess, awesome people. We had 2UK, Rob, again, awesome. Old School Variety Face Pete, always love chatting to old school variety face Pete. I also had a stall with Rob across the way. Holster, Holly, and Beth Bear. Yeah, like I say, nice meeting you, chatting briefly, very briefly. See, I'm forgetting people already. The Man Cave, Gareth, Burnout Culture, Mark. Again, they had a stall all the way on the other side. So I didn't have time to chat with them. I had a quick chat with them, but nice seeing you both. Dylan, I saw Dylan there. Spoke to him briefly about limited run games, obviously. Eddie, Roller, Core, is it? Something like that. Sorry, I should remember these names. Again, lovely chatting with you, mate. Wayne. I'm going to get his channel right this time. Rapaga. I've probably done that wrong again. That's better than my last attempt at saying it. Yeah, great seeing you, mate. Who else was that? I see, I've definitely forgot someone. Danester. Danester 83, I believe. Yeah, obviously had a stall as always. Great seeing you, mate. I think that's everyone. Yeah. So anyway, I brought quite a lot of money. Craig's here again. Always, as always, as a stall. Some ridiculously expensive stuff on it. Super jealous. I could have bought some of it. He was like, oh, you know, you can pay me back later. I was like, no, not falling for that. Nope. No. I don't want to be in debt to someone because it's all I start thinking about. I owe this money, blah, blah, blah. I believe it was a Resident Evil Dreamcast I was looking at. And he offered it me for a great price. So thanks, Craig, for that. But obviously I refused. It was... I just couldn't pull the trigger on it. But anyway, yeah, so great seeing everyone there. Hopefully we'll see all of you guys in Blackpool, maybe. I'm going, so get your tickets. But anyway, so I didn't buy anything really. There was nothing really catching my eye. I know Scott bought tons of stuff. Quite jealous by the Castlevania. I was hoping CX would... that's probably going to be a CX one for me. Castlevania on the original Xbox at some point. But what did I get? Well, there was a lady there, and she's always there, and she seems... Sure, last time she said she was selling a whole collection, but she just seems to be at every single show. So I dread to think how big her collection was. Well, just think how awesome it was. Yeah. So this time she had a lot of Game Boy Advance consoles and stuff, some sort of high-end stuff, and then she had quite a nice selection of PS2 stuff. And as always, she said she won't drop the price first thing, which is fair enough because the only people looking around are, say, people who have other stalls and dealers, and you don't want to knock too much off it, so they do and flip it on their stall because the prices were good as it was. They mostly hovered around the CX price. Some were slightly less. I got a couple of which were slightly less, but I went back about, I believe the show ended at 4. I went back about 3 o'clock. And she did me a great deal. So what did I pick up first? I took these. I'm not going to be able to pronounce these. I'm going to tell you now. We've got 2 PS2 games and a Game Boy Advance game. So, first up, I got this. It's a shmup for PS2. And again, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this. This game. There you go. Whatever it is. It's a shmup. I just thought. And I like my shmups. It's the complete edition. Yeah. And it is complete. For a £5. I want to say it's like £8 to £10 in CX, that one. And the next one is, I've got this on PS1. I believe it's the first one in the series. This is the second one, maybe? Yeah, it must be the second one. Musashi Samurai Legend for the PS2. This is 15. I want to say it's could be, I think it's 15 in CX as well. But say, lovely condition. And then last but not least, well, not last, got another one for that. I believe he's had this a few times. I could be wrong, but loving my Game Boy Advance at the moment. I really need to get a modded one with a nice screen in it, just because, you know, some of these games look fantastic on it. And this one, I say, I've got this going. It holds up pretty well, and it is Metal Slug Advanced, and it was £40, and it's complete. Feels a bit light at first. I was like, really? Complete? But say the box is in excellent condition. I believe that is it's slightly under 40 quid in CX. But anyway, so we had 60 quid's worth of stuff there. And I was going to offer 55, and I said, what's your best on these? She said 50, so she lost out on a fiver there. But yeah, but she always does good deals at the end of the day. So grab them. But then I saw this one as well, and I sort of, it's the same price in CX. This has got a slight bit of wear to the inlay there, but it's Dot Hat Mutation Part 2. All complete with the extra bonus disc. Yeah, so lovely condition. It's a little bit warm there, so I can't really complain. But that had 20 on it, and I said, would you do 15 on that? And she sort of ummed it out, and she went, oh, go on then. And I think that's 20 quid in CX, that one. I believe it's part 3 and 4, which are really, I believe they actually slowly get more expensive. I guess that's because like loads of people bought the first one, and then less people slowly bought the sequels. But I've watched a couple of reviews of that, and it's sort of a bit like Marmite. Some people love it, some people hate it, maybe. But yeah, I have played the first one. It's quite interesting, to be honest. I've got the first one actually. But yeah, so awesome stuff there. We're nearly on 20 minutes already, and there's tons of stuff left. So yeah, great seeing everyone, and I look forward to seeing you all again at some point. There was another chap, actually. I sold him some games. I do apologise actually for not remembering your name, but he's always there and he always buys stuff off me. Okay, moving swiftly along. Got some car boot stuff here. I believe this was, I went and my camera was full because I forgot to transfer the videos the week before, so I was just like, ah, shit. I did alright that week. It wasn't the best, but yeah, grabbed a couple of things. What do we got? So some PS2 games. So first up is BCV Battle Construction Vehicles for 50p. This is 50p in CX, so you know, no loss there, but it is in good condition. So I watched a review on that. It looks batshit crazy. It's like a Japanese game where you fight with diggers. Yeah, and just some of the storyline is just crazy. So yeah, interesting. I'm definitely going to try that. I said that all these games. I had this as a kid, and I had to get it back. I think it's every time I see it in CX, it's always knackered. So to see this, I think it was £1. There is a sequel as well. It's Maximo. It's lovely condition. Awesome free platformer. I don't think it must have sold fairly well to get a sequel, but quite difficult. I remember as a kid. Anyway, I don't know if you know. Maybe it's easier now. I'm an adult. Another game for PS2. Again, this was £1. I want to say I saw this on. I think it was Metal Jesus' Hidden Gems for PS2, and it is Ghost Hunter, and it was £1, and it's supposed to be a good game. It was like a third-person action sort of game. But yeah, so gonna give that. I'm gonna say it again. Gotta give that a try one day. And last but not least, there was a chap, and he's always there. And he always sells like Lego and stuff, and he's always sort of a bit of a dealer, and he's sort of kind of high priced. And I saw this chap walking along. He had a huge stack of PS2 games. Some really nice titles in there. Nothing overly expensive. It was like Kingdom Hearts, Dragon Quest 8. And he got them out of this tub off this bloke. And I was like, hopefully they were not cheap. So I went over and asked how much the games. And he's like, oh, it's just £1 each in the tub. I was just like, God. I picked up some right stuff for my collection. So... for a bit of everything here, actually. One surprise title, actually. But anyway, I did have an extra game in here. It was a PS2 game. Was it Gauntlet or something for PS2? Absolute trash. So I picked up 9, and it was just thought that one could be a hidden gem. I don't know, but it was a pile of shit. So I don't know the show. But yeah, I'm gonna just quickly fly through these. We've got these are all complete. Juice 2, Batman Arkham Asylum, Birds of Prey. Butchered that title, that's in the wrong case. Stem 3, Pure and Batman double pack. Slightly annoying because someone's cut the top of the inlay off. But it is all there with both discs. 18-wheeler American Pro Trucker for the GameCube. So complete. 3 Xbox original titles here. One I've been looking for quite a while. I say these aren't particularly expensive. You can pick them up in CX probably for no more than £3-4. Some of them, most of them are probably £1. Anyway, we've got Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil. Like I said, it's like £2 in CX. Metal Arms. And Onimusha, that's the one I've been looking for a while. It's one of those, every time I see it in CX, it's knackered. So yeah, nice to get that one. But the surprise tile in here is a 360 game. And I at first I checked the disc and I thought I was going to leave it. Actually, now looking at it, the lighting in this room shows discs in a lot better light than in a field. But it is the B-movie game. It's a £10 game in CX. I think you get £6 trade-in, so I'm going to keep it for my collection. Why not? But yeah, so got 2 more things actually. So there's a chap there and his missus. They used to do a couple of game shows. I know they've done Leeds, and I used to speak to them. But they do a lot of car boots now, and they always have some alright Japanese stuff. So they had some 3DS games, so most of it was priced at CX or slightly higher, so I was a bit like eh. But I picked up 2 soundtracks, both Japanese, but they are one of them I've been looking for a while. So first up, we've got the mighty Persona 4 soundtrack, and that was up at 15. I'm gonna run out of thing in a minute. So it's all there. It's got the little spine card. Gotta be a spine card in these games, soundtracks, shall I say? Like I say, this game, the soundtrack is just absolutely fantastic. One of my favourite games. Is it better than Persona 5? Ooh, that's a tough one. Could be. But yeah, Persona 4. I'm back, I apologise. Turns out you should delete stuff on your phone before you try and do videos because you don't have enough room. Or empty the recycling bin. Don't just delete it. But anyway, sorry. So yeah, Persona 4, awesome game, amazing soundtrack. You should always, if you got the game on PS2, you do get the soundtrack with it, but it's just like a selection of songs. So I wanted the full one. Anyway, the other soundtrack is, it's a compilation of all the Chocobo songs from Final Fantasy. So this is pretty cool. I had this on the car, crazy. Awesome, £12 it was up at. So I believe I got both of these for £25, so you knocked £2 off. But yeah, love my soundtracks. We need a vinyl release of Persona 4. Where's that shit? Or 5, actually you can get a vinyl, but it's ridiculously expensive, so But anyway, moving along quickly, or we're going to run out of memory again probably at this rate. Went down to the Eden Project, and then we stopped along at loads of CXs and stuff like that. That's for a different video. But I stopped at a couple of like local game shops. I can't remember the name of this game shop, and I can't remember where it was. But he just got in some real nice PS1 stuff. Had most of it, or some of it was, you know, a bit overpriced. But now he said they're all in excellent condition, so I picked this one out and so this one's in excellent condition. And it's one I had as a kid until I traded it for Crash Bandicoot on PS1. Always regret that. But anyway, it is Roscoe McQueen. Now this is actually a really good game. Yeah, it's in good condition. I like how that picture's got a picture of the analog controller, but it's the ones with the indented thumbsticks. I can't remember what you call it. But yeah, happy to have that. Lovely condition. Right. Drink. Gotta wet the old whistle. Charity shop. I'm gonna show these now because, well, I ain't got enough stuff for another charity shop video. But let's say I picked these up. Actually, first up, got this from the charity shop. It's Ace Combat Skies of Deception for the PSP. It's 75p this was. And then this next stuff, and take that out and that for a minute. So I went in, chap saw me, he goes, got some Xbox games for you if you're interested. And he had these actually sort of on the floor and behind the counter. I just pulled them out. He went, you can have all these for $5 if you want. And to be honest, I was a bit like thinking, oh, but really don't really need them. But I was just like, you know, just keeping his good books. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take them. So for $5, we got Splinter Cell. Trade that in. You can get £2 at the moment because it's gone backwards compat. Pariah. That is one I'm going to keep. It's supposed to be quite a good first-person shooter. Yeah, like I said, these are all complete. Rogue Ops, Incredibles, Midway Arcade Treasures, Evil Dead, Fistful of Boomstick, awesome game. Time Splitters Future Perfect, that's quite a nice one. Ninja Gaiden, unfortunately it's not the black version, so it's not worth as much. Viet Cong Purple Haze, Turok Evolution, as a kid, it's dog shit. Shell Shock NAM 67. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll grab them for a $5. Anyway, there's a couple more on the shelf, but they're not. He goes, I didn't think they'd be in good enough condition for you. I said they're missing the manuals and stuff. So I thought I had a quick glance over, and I was like, oh, for God's sake, can't believe that's there and it's missing the manual. But it is. Dino Crisis is free, and like I said, no book. So they grabbed it anyway, and then I also grabbed that bit of trade fodder. And I said I'll pay for them extra, so I don't want to just throw them in. So he threw them in the original $5. Yeah. So I can't believe we didn't have the manual. I was just like, real weird trading price on that in CX. So CX normally the trading prices are pretty good. That's £12 to buy in CX, but they'll give you £2 voucher for it. I was just like, what? So normally it's about 50%, give or take. What next? Is that eBay? I'm getting confused now. Where this stuff came from. It's been that long. It's been so long. Okay, what should we do next? I'll do this N-Gage stuff. Got some more N-Gage stuff. It's been a while since I actually got anything I needed because it's just been, look on eBay and it's just the same stuff. And the games you need don't pop up. There's one game called High Seas and I've missed it about 4 or 5 times now. It is really getting on my nerves. It's really grating on me because I keep seeing it and someone keeps buying it before me, or I think one got taken off, or I get outbid. I still ain't got it and it's doing my nutting. But anyway, we've got some alright stuff. some new stuff for the collection. So I think these came from the same person. I can't even see what that says. It's in such a weird font, but it is an RPG. I'm quite interested to play this one for N-Gage. Xanadu, is it? Xanadu for the N-Gage. So, lovely condition. I believe that was, I want to say, about 30 quid. So I've not actually ever seen an English copy of that. It's always been foreign, always. So that's quite a nice one to add to the collection. Like I was saying, that game called High Seas, the person had High Seas, and I clicked on it, and it said, sorry, this item is no longer available, and I was just like, oh my god. But it also had this on, and it sort of was up for 120, which is way too much money. But it had best offers listed on it, and it is a Gold Master review copy, so it went out to press, this one, and I thought I'd leave it for a bit before I put an offer in. But I put an offer in for £60, so literally half of what it was up for, and he accepted it. And I was like, wow. But what makes this even more cooler, and I should look at the pictures on this, I don't know why I didn't. I think I looked at, he took like separate pictures of everything, and I obviously didn't flick through them all, or read the listing, which I should really do when you buy stuff on eBay. But it is System Rush, Gold Master review copy. So what's cool about this is there's 2 copies of it in there. It comes with there's an instruction book in there. It's photocopied. I believe these don't come with instruction books. They just come with this thing, with the little disc thing. Gold Master review copy. I mean, at first I thought, oh, it's 2 different versions or something, like, and it's supposed to be like that in there, but it's not. It's actually 2. Oh, it's got different things. No, it's just 2 copies of it. I don't know why there's 2 copies in there, but thinking sell one on for 20 quid or something, get some more money back. So 2 more for the collection. The slowly building N-Gage collection. But the best thing I bought, I got the focus on this camera, doing my nutting. This was up, and straight away I saw there was a game I needed, and I thought, I've never seen a copy of that in my life. I've seen American copies. I've never actually seen an English, or I ain't seen a European or English copy of it ever, pretty much. I believe, like I said, I've seen an American one, and I believe, is it John Hancock? When he was showing his collection, he said this is the last N-Gage game ever released. I'm not sure if that applies to the UK, obviously separate things, but yeah. But it was in a bundle. Now I paid up pretty high on this bundle, and there actually is another game in here I needed, which is not particularly that rare. But it's another tricky one to find. Now the way this was packed, absolutely gobsmacked. So I want to say I paid £310 for all this stuff, and it arrived in this box, and it was, obviously that side was crushed in, and I opened it, no packing whatsoever. It was just all through in the box. I was just like, oh my god. I was like, if you sold that to the wrong person, they'd kick off a right stink. Luckily nothing got damaged, especially the 2 games I needed. But I should make my money back, because one thing I've noticed recently is N-Gage consoles are on the rise. You're talking about £50 for an N-Gage now. So we have an N-Gage, really nice condition. I believe it's been in this little carry case. I've got to say, I've got some extra ones of these. I keep buying these bundles to take the games that I need. So it comes with that. It's a shame it's not boxed. It's got like a ton of manuals and stuff, blah blah blah. What's this little N-Gage pouch thing? which is completely knackered. So that will be probably thrown in the bin. I said some great games in here. Just yeah. One thing which did hurt my interest was take it all. I should have got this all out of the box before I started. Was this little doodah here, and he says you can. He said in the description you can connect it to a TV and play it on the TV. And I was just like, I don't think that's even possible with an N-Gage unless you've got a development system. And this cable's knackered. It's literally deteriorating as I hold it. Just there, it's all coming apart. This is, I believe this is for the next generation of N-Gage when they sort of went digital with the games and stuff. So, it's N-Gage earbuds. Don't really want to put them in my ears though. Anyway, the games is what people here to see. So the first, I'll get rid of all the trash first. There's some alright games there, I suppose. So, Worms, I believe these are all complete. Worms, SSX Out of Bounds, Call of Duty, Puyo Pop. Oh, that's dropped them. Bomberman. That's quite a nice one. Ah, they fell everywhere. Super Monkey Ball. Tom Clancy's Jungle Storm. Ghost Recon. Sonic N. FIFA 2004. Crash Nitro Karts. That's quite a nice one. That's missing the precautions and stuff. Virtual Tennis. Splinter Cell Team Stealth Action. X-Men's Legends, that's a nice one, but it is American, so I believe it's not worth much. Tony Hawk's. Surprisingly, no Tomb Raider, which is the one game which seems to come with every single N-Gage bundle. And the last, well, not last two, but these two here, two sealed games in there. So we've got Red Faction, sealed. We've got sealed. Don't. And then Elder Scrolls. That's quite a nice one to get in there. Goes for about 50 quid sealed. Sometimes a bit more. Good seal on it as well. I've already got it sealed, so definitely good for sale. Now the two I needed. So first up is Pathway to Glory. This is the sequel. Ikazuga Island. English version, say. Sure, this is one. Lots of foreign versions floating around. Say all there, lovely condition on that one. Just needs it's missing the game holder. So it's quite a nice one to find. And the big one, the one which is a pain in the ass to find, and since buying this is a recurring trend. I buy a game which is supposedly quite rare, and then tons keep popping up on afterwards. So still not seen a copy of this, and it is Civilization, and this one is one of those games which is just an absolute nightmare to find, and it is all in delicious condition. So that's quite a nice find. Let's say the packaging thing was absolutely gobsmacked. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, these games back in the box. So say 310 quid. It's not cheap at all. Like I said, they get 50 for the N-Gage, probably get 50 for that. The Crash game, you get like 20 quid for. I'd have paid 100 quid for that Civilization game anyway, so I'd definitely get 200 back for the other stuff. So that. See, we're flying through it. It's not going to be as long as I thought. Tripping over myself here. Oh, more games down here. Okay. 3 Xbox games, which I've all played, Xbox One games. I've been playing these recently. We've got Spyro, Reignited Trilogy. Bought this from Tesco's. It was about 21 quid. Now, the game itself is got Fallout in, I don't know why. It's a fantastic game. It's a great remake. What I don't agree with is you put the disc in and you have to download the second and third game. I'm just like, there's nothing in this game which shouldn't fit on one Blu-ray. No way. And the graphics are nice and all, but I mean, they're Spyro games. There's no voice act. There's a few lines of dialogue at most. It's just all a con to try and, well, I think it's to do with the second-hand market. I know anyone can just put the disc in and download it, but in 10 years, the servers might be gone and you can't download it. Probably still will be up in 10 years. But yeah, it's a fantastic game. Done the first game. I moved on to the second game. The second game is actually slightly harder. The first game is fairly easy. They sort of made it harder in the second game. There's different sort of challenges. I believe the time challenges. Yeah, something like that. I can't quite remember. Yeah, 21 quid. I paid with club card points for that. So, I believe it's coming to the Switch. And I believe it's all going to be on one Switch cartridge. So, my point stands. How could they not fit on one Blu-ray? Next up, I bought this with my cashback funds. So I had like 30 quid worth of cashback, which I'd built up. I was really interested in this game, bought it, was quite taken back by how in-depth it is. So yeah, I need to go back to it, but it is The Hunter, Call of the Wild. So it's a hunting game, but this is the 2019 edition. Now, initially, I'm not going to show you that. There's a game in it, and I'm about to show you that game. But yeah, I bought this, thought, oh, it's all going to be on the disc. It's not all on the disc. You put the disc in, it downloads. It's like Spyro again. It downloads all the extra stuff. All you download is a little key, basically, which unlocks like a season pass token for like a couple of megabytes, and that activates the rest of the DLC. And it's a huge amount of DLC. There's like, I want to say about 40 gigs worth of download on that. It's crazy. But the game is ridiculously deep, you could say. It's not a case of like, if anyone's played the Cabela games on Xbox 360 or stuff, you can't just run after the animal like just spraying bullets everywhere. It's like you've got to sit patiently, track it, check the wind, check the tracks, check its poop, and just follow it. Wait for the right moment, hold your breath, take the shot, go collect it. There's no tutorial really at all. It just literally drops you in and goes, off you go. Yeah, there's a real steep learning curve. But I do like a hunting game, so I probably will go back to it. On the hunting reserves are ginormous. It's literally, it will take you probably 2 to 3 hours to probably walk from one side to the other. I believe you can get a quad bike in it, which would make it a bit quicker. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to that. It's so hot in this room. To close the doors while I was talking to the camera. Oh, drinking that after that gin and tonic. We've gone from a real sweet gin and tonic to a bitter, what is it, pale ale. This is a lager. Yeah. To change my palate. Okay, next game. I bought this from Crap Converters. Bought Far Cry 5, and it's supposedly the gold edition. There's another reason why I bought it. I thought maybe they've not used the code for the season pass. They had. Which, you know, I sort of expected, to be honest. But it was £9, which I thought was a pretty good price. I've completed it. It's a Far Cry game. It's pretty good. I think they've pretty much nailed how to make a perfect bad guy in these games. Is it Joseph Seed? I think he's the main guy in it. or the Seed family. Yeah, it's just really well done. A couple of things really annoying me in it. And there's bits where you sort of you have to sort of take over the sort of different areas, and then once you get so far into taking it over, you get kidnapped and taken to said mini boss of said location. And this happens 3 times in each area. I'm just thinking, you'd think he'd learn not to get kidnapped by these people, and you'd think they'd learn that, you know, he's going to escape. But yeah, so I thought that was a bit repetitive. Yeah, I think personally the 4th one was the best one, probably followed by this one, followed by the 3rd one. Controversy there. I know a lot of people say the 3rd one's the best because I believe it's Vaz, the bad guy in that one. People love him. So I think they've nailed the ending. A lot of people slated the ending. I quite liked it. I thought it was different. I did not see it coming at all. I was like, what is going on here? But yeah, for £9, that's awesome. For £9, you know, and I spent hours and hours playing it. I love the location. I'm gonna knock stuff over in a minute. Okay, some more games. These are all sealed because I've not played them yet. Like a lot of my stuff. I'm just gonna pull them off the top. So we've got, I think this was $5.99. Descender, Final Fantasy. See, again, I can't pronounce stuff for the PS4. Now, when I got this, I was just like, what the hell is it wrapped around it? It felt like cling film. It's like a second seal with, it's got like some fun things in there, which is pretty cool. And they obviously have the name of the game on, and they're purple. I thought that's pretty cool, to be honest. It's a fantasy fighting game. I played the one on the PSP. I think that's the first one they ever did. It was quite fun. But will I ever get around to playing this one? Don't know. It was £6, so we grabbed it. Next up is a stack of 3DS games. Loving my 3DS recently. I like to get into bed and just play a bit of 3DS or VR. So I picked up these 2, which I believe in the future will be actually quite rare. We'll have to wait and see, obviously. But the first game is Zelda Triforce Heroes. I believe this was about a tenner. I believe it was from Amazon. Dirty Amazon. I really don't like buying stuff from Amazon. I believe this was a top cashback. Swapped into an Amazon voucher. I will not buy anything off Amazon with my money. Dirty, tax avoiding scum. Yeah, so that one, believe it's, I hear you play it on your own, it's not that good. You need like 2 or 3 people to actually fully enjoy it. It's a Zelda game, it'll go in my Zelda collection. Damn me. Next up is Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, and this was about like £6 or something. I thought it was a great price. And yeah, I mean, it's Animal Crossing and you design a house, I believe. Yeah, I don't think many people bought it. The reviews are a bit on that one. I think people like the Animal Crossing formula, but if you change it, it's just not as good. They have these stupid cards as well, these amiibo cards. Yeah, it's one of those. Right, the next 2 are, these are the 2 which I think will be quite expensive in the future, maybe. We'll come back to this video in 10 years, leave a comment in 10 years and say, you're a liar. They're like 99p now. The first game is Yokai Watch 3. I actually thought this was not going to get released. I thought, because the 3DS is dead at this point, I just didn't think Nintendo would be that bothered about releasing them. But then, I think it was last E3, they were like, oh no, we're still making games for it. And they did like Toad treasure tracker or whatever. Anyway, couldn't find it anywhere. It popped up on Amazon. I was just like, ooh. I had a £5 voucher, but I did actually pay with actually some real money there. So what I said earlier about not spending any money on Amazon, I lied. I've already lied. I bought this for 35 quid, well, 30 quid. So yeah, I'm a liar. But I love these games. I actually prefer them to Pokemon. I think they're actually slightly more interesting. Yeah, I think the Pokemon formula got really stale on me personally. I know some people love it. But for me, I was just grated on me real quick. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm still playing the first one on that. I've got the second one where they did the old Pokemon, where they made 2 versions of it with different yokai. I believe they only made 1 version, the third one. So that's that. And so it's about, I think that's 45 quid in CX. So, but it did come back in stock on other websites. And once I bought that, it came in on Shop 2 for 28 quid. So I was just like, this could very well be the last 3DS game ever released in the UK anyway. And after I bought this, I regretted not buying more. I paid 28 quid for it, and literally they were selling for 125 quid the week of release because you couldn't find it anywhere. I believe that it's gone down slightly now. I believe they're about 80 quid roughly, and there's a lot of foreign versions floating around on there. But it is Persona Q2 New Cinema Labyrinth. It's I look forward to playing this one. But say, I can pretty much guarantee that will not be cheap in the future. Yeah, and I think I should have bought a couple of copies of it and just flipped them. Scalping, I just scalped the hell out of it. Excuse me. Right, more stuff. So, shop, website, game collection. If you like cheap games, it's a good place to go. They don't really have any of the newer titles. They do have the odd one. I think they get a lot of old stock and they just put it on their website cheap. But I picked these for a tenner. And 10 quid for free Xbox One games. I mean, I don't think CX selling for much more, but I was just like, yeah, I'll grab them. This one looks quite fun. Agents of Mayhem, that was $1.99. So it's basically Saints Row, but you're the good guy, maybe. But for $1.99, and it's the Legal Action Pending DLC Retail Edition, whatever that means. Deus Ex Mankind Divided, I believe that was $3.99. I played the one on 360. I thought it was really good, so it'd be interesting to give that a go one day, maybe. And last but not least, now this is supposed to be absolute trash. Maybe I should have bought this one. I just thought 3 games for a tenner in total. Yeah. It's a Carmageddon Max Damage. And I remember playing these way back in the day on the PC. I think it was the first one. We're in Calzover. Let's see, can't say much more than that. It's supposed to be not a very good game. Okay, 2 more Xbox One games. We're getting there slowly. $5.99 from Argos. This was Halo Wars 2. Another game I should really give a go. I believe I should actually play the first one as well. I do like strategy games like Command & Conquer. Just I find they take a lot of. I got to be in the right mood for that sort of game. But for $5.99, I've got to stop buying games. It's just dawned upon me now. Stop buying games. I'm never going to play them. And last but not least, I bought The Walking Dead Telltale's Collection. And this is not all of them. The newest season's not included. This is New Frontier, which is the 3rd season, and the Michonne game. I believe that was like $7.99. but they have since closed down. And I know a lot of the games, if you buy the season pass discs, chances are it won't work. So, made that mistake. I think I bought the Batman game. I was like, didn't work. But yeah, and separate achievement list. If you like hunting achievements, 4,000 achievement points on that. If you want to play The Walking Dead again, the first season, I'm burnt out on that. I've played it like 3 times. Such is the life of an achievement hunter. We're nearly there. Just hold on a bit longer. Got one little stack of games left. Where's that game? Oh, it's just there. Right, eBay. A couple of eBay purchases here. Stuck all the way from Brazil, and I thought this was never going to turn up. It took ages for it to turn up, and it's stuck to the plastic. I believe this is being released by Limited Run Games now. Maybe not. I'm sure I heard somewhere. Yeah, all the way from Brazil, so it's not going to be a Brazilian exclusive much longer, is Horizon Chase Turbo. And I believe that this is a lot like Outrun. And again, I believe it was actually on Metal Jesus' video for something. But cases, the disc falls out of all of them. Every single one I buy, the disc is loose. Like they don't put it in properly. I know there's a way of putting it back in. You just sort of line it up and then push it down. But yeah, so very interested in playing that. I might play it after this video. But yeah, so it took ages from Brazil. I think I read somewhere that something to do with the Brazilian customs, like just getting stuff out of the country is a nightmare. So I got it at last. Okay, got left. Damn, that's from Christmas. This is how long I've had this stuff. So chap had some American Xbox One games. I say American, doesn't really matter because they're region free. These aren't out here. I believe I've got that on PS, unless it does sell it. Excuse me. Where's my PS4 games? Oh, it's there. I had this on PS4 and I have no clue what I've done with it. I'm sure I didn't sell it, but it's gone missing. Oh well. So anyway, 4 games. The main one I was interested in was this one, World of Fantasy for the Xbox One, which is actually a PS Vita game originally. So focus on this bad boy. Comes with all sorts of manner of ting. An advert for something. Yeah. I believe that's on the Switch as well. So yeah, I just can't. On the Vita, it comes across to me as more of a console game. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I feel I'll enjoy it a lot more just playing it on a big TV. So, but I also had these up. This was a bundle. So we've got Mega Man Legacy Collection. And this is the one I had on PS4 and I had no clue where it is. Unless I sold it. Maybe I sold it. That. Excuse me. Well, it's some gassy lager, supposedly. Mega Man Legacy Collection 2. I believe these came out over here, but only on PS4. So that's obviously Mega Man 7, 8, 9, and 10. Obviously the first one is 1 to 6, I believe. And then last but not least, we've got Mega Man X Legacies Collection and Mega Man X Legacy Collection 2. Coming, obviously, one package. Which is obviously Mega Man X, Mega Man X2, Mega Man X3, Mega Man X4, Mega Man X5, 6, 7, and 8. Funny, fun fact, I've never played a Mega Man game. I think I've said that before. Shock horror, keep buying Mega Man games, I've never played one. I might hate it. Now, I think he had them up for about 50 quid. And I put a sneaky offer in of like 30 quid. And I think he counted at 40, which I was just like, yeah, you know what? Because, you know, importing these games, I mean, they come across cheap, but once you've gone across these like 14 quid, you've got to pay that import tax and then a handling fee because Royal Mail are robbing bastards and they want £8 off me, which is, you know, I say, you know, they're here. And yeah, maybe one day I'll play a Mega Man game. But definitely gonna play that one. Okay. Last two items, I believe. We're down to the last two items. We made it. Okay, so one more for the Wii U collection here, which I've said many times I have completed, but I've just never got around to showing these games, which this one is going to be supposedly in the future. Could be a tricky one to get, maybe. Seems to hold its value. This was from Music Magpie, and I believe, let's go complete. You never know with Music Magpie what you're buying because it's just a stock phone most of the time. This was like 20 quid. I've seen it on eBay for 40 quid. I mean, I don't think that sold for 40 quid. But anyway, it is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And it is complete with said slip of paper, a single piece of paper. That's it. That's all you need to make it complete. Yeah, it's in fantastic condition. So, struck lucky on that one. And the last game, and I believe I bought this, I'm sure I bought this just before Christmas, or just after Christmas, and it had this on, it was on when you got they had a 20% off voucher on eBay on anything, sometimes they do that on, it's just selected sellers, which does my nut in. And this is, people on eBay, pissing me off. So I bought this, it was up for 95. I got 20% off, so it came in at just under £80-ish, I say. Something like that, around that mark. It's cheaper in CX, but it's always the foreign version, or it's missing the manual. And it is Wild Arms 5. This should remind me, I had Wild Arms 4 on that pile, I'm sure I did. Yeah, whatever. Wild Arms 5. Oh no, I bought Wild Arms 4 from CX. Yeah, say, all good condition. So this, say, about an £80 game. How did he send it? Just first class. Not signed for or anything. I'm just like, some people just are going to get scammed and they're going to moan about it. Obviously I'm not that person, so, you know, I got it, left positive feedback. Also, it was put in a jiffy bag. I mean, a small box is an £80 game. I am selling stuff on eBay. I know I literally have not sold anything on eBay for 6 months, and it got to the point where I was just like, list for £1. It kept telling me, or they kept tempting me, and eventually I was just like, right, I'm going to list some stuff, but I'm only going to list, and I'm not going to list anything electrical, not going to list any games if I can help it. I'm just going to list sort of toys, books and stuff. They've been selling pretty well. I sold some steel books actually, which, you know, can be a bit tricky because people could get it and go, oh, I took the seal off and there was a scratch on the back of the, underneath the slip thing. Supposedly that's a big thing people do now and then they expect a refund. So yeah, I'm just trying to be really careful with what I sell. Sold some Lego on eBay. It seems to have gone pretty well. So far, so good. I don't want to jinx myself. Excuse me. So yeah, so there you have it. An update at last. I hope you've enjoyed this real long, dragged out video. I'm looking around because I don't want to have missed anything, although I don't want to make the video go on any longer. So yeah, I think I'll leave it there. So hope everyone is well. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.